Have you ever felt like your time was slipping through your fingers? Like the to-do list is getting longer and longer, yet you're stuck in a loop of endless procrastination? Oh yes, I've been there too. For years, I struggled with this exact issue, feeling overwhelmed and anxious about all the things I had to do but couldn't seem to get done. Deadlines loomed overhead, casting a long shadow of stress and worry. But then something shifted. I discovered a way to break free from the chains of procrastination, and I learned how to take back control of my time. Today, I'm excited to share with you the strategies that helped me transform from a chronic procrastinator to someone who uses their time effectively. It's a journey that has not been easy, but the results have been truly life-changing. And I can't wait to see how these tips can help you too. So let's dive in. The first step in taking back control of your time is to understand the root causes of your procrastination. Why do you find yourself constantly putting off tasks that you know you need to complete? What are the underlying beliefs and thought patterns that are holding you back? This is an important question because if you don't address the root causes of your procrastination, it will continue to be a recurring issue in your life. One way to explore the root causes of your procrastination is to keep a procrastination journal. This is where you write down every time you find yourself procrastinating and try to figure out why. What were you doing instead of working on your task? How did you feel when you realized you were procrastinating? What thoughts were going through your mind? By keeping track of your procrastination habits, you'll start to notice patterns and triggers that cause you to procrastinate. This can include things such as a fear of failure or perfectionism, low self-esteem, lack of motivation, poor time management skills, distractions in your environment, or simply not understanding how to get started on a task. Once you've identified the root causes of your procrastination, you can start to develop strategies for overcoming them. Taking responsibility for your actions is one of the most important steps in breaking the cycle of procrastination. When you catch yourself putting off a task, acknowledge it and take responsibility for it, rather than making excuses or blaming others. This can be difficult at first, but over time it will become easier and more effective. Take responsibility for your actions by making a conscious effort to stop procrastinating and start working on your task. Set deadlines for yourself and hold yourself accountable for meeting them. You may also want to consider using tools such as calendars, to-do lists, and timers to help you stay on track. Another effective way to take responsibility for your actions is to reward yourself for completing tasks. When you finish a task, no matter how small, give yourself a reward. This could be something simple like taking a break or doing something enjoyable. By rewarding yourself for completing tasks, you'll be more likely to repeat that behavior in the future. It's important to remember that taking responsibility for your actions is not about beating yourself up when you make mistakes. It's about acknowledging your mistakes and learning from them. When you take responsibility for your actions, you'll be able to move forward with your life more easily and achieve your goals. Creating a conducive environment can make a big difference when it comes to breaking the cycle of procrastination. If your workspace is cluttered and disorganized, it can be difficult to focus and get work done. On the other hand, if your workspace is clean and organized, you'll be more likely to be motivated and productive. There are a few simple things you can do to create an environment that is conducive to productivity. First, declutter your workspace. Get rid of anything that is not essential to your work and organize the remaining items in a way that makes sense for you. You may also want to consider investing in some ergonomic furniture, such as a comfortable chair and a desk that is the right height for you. Finally, make sure your workspace is well lit and ventilated. Natural light and fresh air can do wonders for your productivity levels. In addition to creating a conducive environment, it's also important to manage your distractions. This means turning off your phone and closing any unnecessary tabs or apps on your computer. You may also want to consider using website blockers or apps that limit your social media usage. By minimizing distractions, you'll be able to focus on your work and get more done. Setting realistic goals is another crucial aspect of taking back control of your time. When you set unrealistic goals for yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure. And when you fail to meet your goals, you're more likely to procrastinate and fall behind. That's why it's important to set realistic goals that are achievable and measurable. To set realistic goals, start by identifying what you want to accomplish. Be specific and write down your goals so that you have a clear understanding of what you want to achieve. Next, break down your goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. This will make them seem less daunting and more achievable. Finally, set deadlines for each task and hold yourself accountable for meeting them. It's also important to celebrate your successes along the way. When you accomplish a goal, no matter how small, take some time to celebrate your success. This will help you stay motivated and keep moving forward. Remember, the key to setting realistic goals is to be specific. Break them down into smaller tasks, set deadlines, and celebrate your successes along the way. Using time management techniques is another great way to take back control of your time. There are many different time management techniques available, so find one that works best for you. Some popular techniques include the Pomodoro technique, which involves setting a timer for 25-minute intervals of intense focus, followed by 5-minute breaks. Time blocking, which involves scheduling specific tasks for specific times throughout the day. And the Eisenhower matrix, which involves categorizing tasks based on urgency and importance. In addition to using time management techniques, it's also important to prioritize your tasks. This means identifying which tasks are most important and focusing on them first. You may also want to consider using a to-do list or calendar to help you stay organized and on track. To effectively prioritize your tasks, use a decision-making model such as the Moscow W method. Moscow W stands for must have, should have, could have, and won't have. When you're prioritizing tasks, ask yourself which tasks must be completed, which should be completed, which could be completed if time allows, and which won't be completed this time around. This will help you determine which tasks are most important and should be focused on first. Remember that taking back control of your time is a journey, not a destination. It takes time and effort to break the cycle of procrastination and build new habits. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. The key is to keep moving forward. I hope these tips have inspired you to take back control of your time and overcome procrastination. Remember, understanding your procrastination, taking responsibility, creating a conducive environment, setting realistic goals, and using time management techniques are all crucial steps in this journey. By implementing these tips in your daily life, you can transform your relationship with time and achieve your goals. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We would love to hear your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.